Page 12, the Magic Flute, or it's a melody from the Magic Flute. It's an opera by Mozart. It's a very well-known melody though. At the top of the page is a little bit about staccato playing. I'll talk about staccato a little later. Common time or 4/4 time, no sharps or flats. We're in the key of C major. Make sure you can do the C major scale. And you really ought to do the A minor scale also, because it also has no sharps or flats. I have scale videos on them. You can go to watch those. Do the 1 octave up and down. The accents and the wrist flexing, like I explained it in the videos. And take this one hand at a time. Let's see, at the beginning we have a pickup beat. We're coming in on beat 4. Well, that means there needs to be another measure somewhere with 3 beats in it, because every measure's got to have 4 beats. And if you look at the end, sure enough, the last measure has 3 beats in it. So this is beat 4. And right now I'm going to connect everything except, of course, the rest. You don't play during the rest. So it's 4 and 4 and 1 and. Then you come up here. So I've got here, and it's just going to reach up. And then back down. That's an E now. So again, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. Come up. You just move up. You can, if you want, use thumb and cross over is another possibility. Otherwise, you got to come down. Wrist, and then come up. And the second finger, because we need third finger on the C. And then again, wrist, wrist, 1 and 2. Second line, third measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Second finger there. So the left hand's playing on the beat will help when I do the left hand, but right now it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Third line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Just come up. 1. And then third finger now on the C. That, for the most part, is it. Left hand, treble clef in the left hand, so you're up here. 3, 1. And then you rest for 3 beats and play this the second measure, the second chord for the left hand. C, a D, and an F. And next measure, it is a G chord. Rest, rest. The thumb comes up. Okay, second line here, and then the second line, second measure is down here. And then back up here, and then ooh. Second line, third measure, you have a C chord, and then this thing, it's a 5/7 chord in the keys. It's G, a B, and an F. I use, you figure it that way is fine for now. Did you notice, I didn't mention it, but at the first line, in the middle of the line, the bottom staff went to bass clef. So I didn't bother, but we did. We've been in bass clef. The treble clef was only for the first couple of chords. Well, in the third line, we get the same chords we had at the first line, except these are in bass clef, because they can be written in either one. So it's the C and the E again, and then the C, D, F again, and then, I mean, they could have written a bass clef to begin with. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe it's because they want you to see that the clef sign can change, which it can at any time, anywhere, in the middle of a measure even, it can change. It's whatever. So it's just be prepared, know which clef you're in at any time. And that's either staff. Let's put the hands together, and it's that. 4 and 1 and. Now, I know some people are going to do this because it's a very common mistake. At the beginning, you're going to go. And there'll be a big hesitation or pause between the. Careful. The beat has to be a steady beat. And when one beat ends, the next beat begins. There's no silence in between them. So that 4 and 1, 1 starts immediately, 4 and 1. It's not 4 and 1, So it's right there, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 is fun. What's going on here? The hands are fighting for the same area. Yeah, it does that sometimes. Your right hand's playing the E here, and the left hand wants to play this chord. Well, the E's right there. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the left hand on top, and it's there ready to go. So the moment that E is done, I can play it. No hesitation. Right there. You may have to practice that and try and get the notes down at the same time, not like I'm doing it, where I'm doing whatever. I don't know. So let's go back to the beginning and try it again. So I got the left hand here already. Get the idea? For the most part, that's the piece. Kind of repetitious. So go through, get all the notes, all the fingering, everything's fine, and then take out the hesitation so it's a nice steady beat. Can be nice and slow, no hurry, but no hesitations are allowed anywhere. Then we can add the staccatos. And I am going to do a wrist staccato here. And not all of the notes may be staccato, so you got to watch out. Actually, I think in this arrangement, all of them are staccato, so never mind. They're all staccato, and it's short staccato. Now, I don't want to get too technical, and people tend to overthink and overanalyze things. Keep it simple. They say, well, a staccato for an eighth note is shorter than a staccato for a quarter note. And sometimes that's true. But it's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be that. We get into interpreting the music. In this piece, make them all the same shortness. Whether it's an eighth note or a quarter note or whatever, just make the staccato the same short. So it's... Because some people would say, well, that quarter note staccato should be a little longer. That's, as I said, interpretation. And after you learn it, maybe you want to try that out and experiment a little bit with it. It just makes it a little more complicated. So I'm suggesting make them all short. So put in the staccatos, and then we add the dynamics. Well, soft, whatever you think soft is. And on these chords, try and play those a little softer if you can. At the second line, I want you to come up a little bit to moderately soft. Okay, whatever. There, don't be moderately soft until the second line, second measure. Here. And then go back down to soft. Now let's look at that second line, third measure again. The quarter notes in this measure, there's no dot over them. I don't know if it's an error or not, but apparently they don't. They want them to be an actual full quarter note. That's what's written, so okay. Because it's easy to just play them all staccatos. But they don't do that. They want full quarter note on those two quarter notes. Does that make sense? Oh, you'll figure it out. Third line down, you're going to swell up a little bit. Start as soft and go up to moderately soft. That's a there. And then come back down. So it's... Now at the end of the third line, when you come down, now they want it moderately loud. Going up to loud. Well, there's a couple ways of interpreting this, and you'll have to decide. You've been soft going up to moderately soft up until then. So in the third line, third measure, you're soft going up to moderately soft. Going back down to soft. Now you're at moderately loud all of a sudden. It's kind of a nice effect. Other people, if they don't think about it too much, might think, okay, we're decrescendo, we're getting softer down to a moderately loud. That means we had to be loud before. And that's how they'd interpret it. So okay, I guess I can get loud. So I can come down to moderately loud. I don't think that's what they wanted though. I think they wanted it to be soft, going up to moderately soft, and then coming back down to soft, and then all of a sudden you're moderately loud. So it's soft, going down, moderately soft there. Come back down to soft, and then moderately loud. Going up to loud. Then we have the speed. This is the allegretto. I called it the fun speed. It's between moderato and allegro. It's your allegretto though, not mine. It's got to be accurate. So what can you do here? I like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. I will do the staccatos. So I'll give us 3 counts. Let's just try it slowly together. 1 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 3.